Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. This time with another Bock beer from Saxony. And this is Landskron Goldbock. It's a Bock beer, a pale Bock beer from the Landskron Brauerei located in Görlitz, which is the most eastern town in Germany, just to the border to Poland. So it's located in Sachsen, the state of Sachsen, which is Saxony in English. And their pale Bock beer or stark beer, which the style is often called in Germany, is called Goldbock. I don't know if there is any other brewery that call their beer Goldbock, but it was a while since I had a Bock beer on the channel. It even seems like double box is a little bit more common than normal box in Germany. But it's a German beer style, of course, just like all other beer styles in general that I'm reviewing. And I've had one beer from this brewery before on the channel. I reviewed their Pilsner, which is their most sold one, it seems like. And as you maybe have noticed, I'm in a time at the moment where I review beers from breweries that I've reviewed beers from before. I agree with that it's funnier to review beers from breweries that hasn't been on the channel before, and I promise you I'm gonna return to that in the future. But since I'm having some beers from the same breweries, I need to review them because of the date. But after that, I'm gonna return to beers from breweries that I have not had on the channel before. So there's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of interesting ones that will be coming in the future from new breweries. So hope you don't get bored on my channel just because I'm reviewing beers at the moment from breweries that I've had before also. Anyway, I'm gonna start with talking a little bit about the beer style, because it was a while since I had a Bock beer on the channel. Pale Bock beer has its roots from the town Einbach. Bock beer is available in several varieties, but all originates from dark and malt beer from the city of Einbach in central Germany. Einbach is an important trading town in Hansa, and has a large part of the trade went to Bavaria, where the beer became so popular that it started brewing in Munich in the 17th century. In Bavarian dialect, Einbach was pronounced Einbock. Another explanation for the beer name is that it has to do with the zodiac sign Capricorn, when the beer is mainly brewed during the winter months. In many parts of the world nowadays, beer is stronger lager and is a scattered beer style. Especially in the spring, pale beer is brewed. The beer style is also called Maibock, and it is said that Maibock is brewed to warm the guests on the outdoor seating before the sun does. Pale Bock beer is brewed only on pale malt, and the wort must contain at least 16% sugar by weight. The beer is malty, full-bodied, and with a relatively large bitterness. A certain taste of alcohol can be noticed. That's something also that I've noticed while I've been drinking a Bock beer, the strong alcohol content. As you know, Bock beers is having much stronger alcohol content comparing to the normal beers like Helles or Pils or something like that, which is around 5%. Bock beers is far above 6%. Anyway, I'm gonna speak also a little bit about the brewery before going on to the tasting part. The Landskron Brewing Factory Görlitz Dr. Lobeck GmbH and Company KG, quite long name, is a brewery in Görlitz which was founded in 1869 and employs 70 people. It is one of the oldest producing industrial monuments in Germany. The beer matures in the 12-meter deep cellars for 40 days, longer than usual. These fermentation rooms from 1869 are listed buildings. Görlitz is the easternmost city in Germany, which is why the Landskron brewery advertised for a long time with the slogan, the easternmost brewery in Germany. However, since the home brewery was founded just a few meters on the east of Neisse, this title was lost in 2006. The brewery is located in the vineyard site on a slope of the western valley of the Lausitzner Neisse. The rocky slopes of the Neisse was originally almost bare, but have now been reforested over the years. This created a varied deciduous forest. The name of the brewery is derived from the Görlitz landmark, the state crown. This is the highest point in the city. In 1869, the Görlitz Share Brewery had an annual output of 27,000 hectoliters. In 1882, the name Landskron beer was protected by patent. 3 years later, 1885, the beer received a gold medal at the Trade and Industrial Exhibition. In 1908, 100,000 hectoliters were produced for the first time. From 1928 to 1946, Walter Scheller headed the company from which the stylist L on the label also came. A state participation took place in 1959 at the Landskron brewery Scheller and Company KG. In 1972, the brewery was completely nationalized and run as a state-owned company. In 1988, the brewery achieved the largest output since its founding, with 541,000 hectoliters. From 1991, brewing was again carried out according to the German purity law. In 1992, the Scheller family took over the company again. The company has been part of the Holsten Group since the beginning of 2003. In July 2006, the company was sold to the Rolf Lobeck Family Foundation. The managing director was Manfred Tinnboch from 2005 until his death in January 2017. Current managing directors are Uwe Köhler, marketing, sales, and Matthias Grall, first master brewer. The annual output is 150,000 hectoliters. And about this specific one, the Goldbock, it's possible to read the following on their website, which I will of course link to in the description box below, as always. The enjoyment of this elegant bock beer is an excellent alternative for those who not only like to drink a good red wine, softly sparkling with its first taste, accompanied by a massive creamy body with a clear fruit and sweet note. And that's quite much what it feels like bock beers is about. A little bit more elegant comparing to normal Hells and Pills. This is a little bit more, at least that's what I guess, hard to drink. Yeah, look at this label. I remember the Pils was blue, this is gold. Landskron seit 1869 aus Görlitz, immer ein Genuss, Starkbier-Spezialität Goldbock, vollmundig und kräftig, Alcohol Content 3.6% ABV, traditionell im offenen Gärverfahren gebraut. Jährlich prämiert DLG. Erleben Sie unser echtes Görlitzer Brauhandwerk. Starkbier-Spezialität Goldbock, vollmundig und kräftig. Der Genuss dieses eleganten Bockbieres ist eine ausgezeichnete Alternative für alle, die nicht nur gern einen guten Rotwein trinken. Aus der privaten Landskron Braumanufaktur im schönen Görlitz, gebraut nach dem deutschen Reinheitsgebot von 1516. And here is the cap also as well of Landskron, and the back label, which has some advertisements that's not so interesting. Untergärisches Starkbier, yeah, doesn't say so much else that is interesting. Some advertisement here. Zutaten: Brauwasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen, gebraut nach dem deutschen Reinheitsgebot. Landskron Braumanufaktur Görlitz. Dr. Lobeck GmbH and Company KG an der Landskron Brauerei. Görlitz, Landskron DE. Yeah, that's it regarding this one. So finally, the tasting part of the Goldbock. gonna be great to try it. One last look of the label, Landskron Goldbock. Feel that it's gonna be strong in alcohol content, but let's try it. And open it up. And pour it up, of course. Now we have it. Goldbock is really living up to its name. Very, very golden in color, almost dark golden in color, and a very thick white foam head also. I bet this is gonna have quite strong alcohol taste in it, so maybe not as easy to drink as I'm used to. But I bet it's gonna be really nice also, of course. There we have it. Looking beautiful with a big white foam head, of course. That's the way it should look like, isn't it? Big foam head rising up above the edge of the glass. And many small bubbles, as I hope you can see. Looking fantastic, the Landskron Goldbock. So let's get the aroma, and let's see if I can feel the strength of the alcohol content in the aroma. Yeah, I would maybe say so. It's gonna be nice to try it. The malty Bockbier, Starkbier, called in German, and I understand why it's that. So one of the beer styles that's not so often being reviewed on the channel, but it deserves attention. It's a traditional German beer style, a Bockbier here on the channel, of course. And finally, let's taste it. Landskron Goldbock. Prost. Yeah. First of all, really obvious to feel the high alcohol content. It's for me very strong. To be honest, I'm more used to the 5.0 around that. I consider them as more well balanced. This is maybe a little bit too much alcohol content. It's like while I'm drinking wine, that's also of course more alcohol content than I'm used to. So this has a nice Bockbier taste of it. Malt and hops is easy to feel and taste, but it's strong in its taste. That's obvious. If you like Bockbiers, I bet this one is gonna be real nice. You see that it's high quality, no doubt about that. No doubt about that, it's a great Bockbier. The only thing is that I'm not used to the style. I guess that's the whole explanation regarding this. Yeah, it's definitely really strong in taste for me. So it's a recommendation, yes, and especially if you're into German Bockbiers, this is a recommendation. The Landskron Goldbock, I think that I'm gonna be satisfied this far. maybe not necessary for me to drink up everything this time, since it's quite much, it's quite strong, and it's not really the style that I'm used to. So thank you, or I hope at least that you've been enjoying the review anyway, that you've been getting some information about how it tastes, in my opinion, and that you feel free to try it if you find it. And with that said, I hope you like my reviews, but I'm always saying that you can follow the channel for more interesting reviews, like, comment, subscribe, and hope I see you again in next German beer review.